Hi everybody, Jared Johnson here with Day Traders FX. Nice to be with you guys. In this video, we're going to do a walkthrough on Metatrader 4, how to just get to know the basic parts of Metatrader 4. You'll see in this playlist there are individual videos that go into more detail on how to execute orders, how to open trades, close trades, and all of that stuff. I just want to show you around a little bit, spend a couple of minutes showing you where the details are here. So this is a basic Metatrader 4 platform. We've got our charts here, of course, and we've got a whole bunch of buttons and a whole bunch of details. It's actually not too bad. So let's get right down to it. Again, I just want to show some basics on this, and then we're going to break down and go into specifics on all the important areas. But this is our Metatrader platform. These right here, these are our buttons for time frames, right? There's our 1 minute chart and 15 minute and 30 minute and 1 hour and so on. So there's our time frames. Over here in your Market Watch area, this is where you can select from or add charts to your platform. So in Market Watch, oftentimes people will see, they'll go to their Market Watch and they'll say, I don't have a lot of things in here. Like most of the time when you set up an account, you'll have 4 things in your Market Watch. So all you have to do with that is just right click and go to Show All. And that's going to give you a real long list of all the currencies that your broker offers. What I like to do is I actually like to go to Show All when I start up, a new Metatrader platform or whatever. I'll show all. It's going to give me a whole bunch of things on there. Some of those things I don't want. So if there's something on there that I say, hey, I never trade, oftentimes you get a lot of things like the euro versus the Turkish lira, things that we don't trade. When you find the ones on there that you don't trade and you don't care about, you can just right click and go to Hide and get rid of all the currency pairs that you don't want or you're not going to trade. That's in your Market Watch area. The Market Watch button is this guy right here. It's just that up and down green arrow. If I click on that, it goes away. If I re-click on it, it comes back. Down here is where we have our navigator. Again, the navigator button is this guy right here. It's that gold star, and that's our navigator button. And that will pull up this. This is where you can switch from a demo account to your live account, do some various things there. This is where you can find indicators that you have added to your charts. This is where you can find expert advisors that you've added to your charts. These are, robots, sometimes called robots and various things. So that's in your expert advisor folder. All of that is going to be down through here. We'll talk in more detail about how to put a robot or an expert advisor on the Metatrader. Pretty easy to do, but that's all in your navigator area. Down here we have your terminal. You can see that's called the terminal. That button is this guy right up here. You can also hit Control T to bring up your terminal, but it's that little square button with the white and the blue on it. That brings up your terminal. The reason you need to click on that is if you accidentally click the X and your terminal's gone, you just come right back up here. You click on that button with the white and blue, the square, and that'll pull up your terminal. Sometimes with the terminal, we can also do this right here. If you double click on it, it can minimize. This one doesn't seem to be wanting to do that, which is okay. But sometimes you'll double click on it, it'll minimize, and you just double click on it and it comes right back. But the terminal is a very important place. You can see down here under trade, this is going to show all of our open positions. If I put a trade on, it's going to pop up in the terminal. I'm going to show you how to put a trade on in just a second. So everything that is live and running, if I put a pending order on or a live order, it's going to show up in my terminal. I'll show you a little bit more about that in a moment. There's a lot of other buttons down here. Most of the time, you're not going to use most of these buttons. Exposure, that's going to tell you what's going on with things like, your open positions. I don't have any open positions on here, so I have, quote, no exposure. Account history. That's going to show everything that's happening, that has happened, that is closed on your account. Now, for some of you that may trade stock and options, oftentimes an account history on a stock or option account will show the current trade that you have open in your account history. In Forex, it does not do that. Your current trades are in your trade tab. Your closed, done, finished trades are in your account history tab. We've got a news button that'll have some headlines, alerts, mailbox, various kinds of details like that. All down through here. The only things I really ever use are trade, account history, and then if I'm using some sort of expert advisor or something, those details will show up in my journal. But really all we're doing is trade and account history down here. So that's what those buttons are, and that's where everything is there. Moving on to other details that we need to keep an eye on. Once I have added some charts, right, and added something from this list. Remember, if I want to add a chart, I've got to come over to my market watch here, and I'm just going to simply right-click on whatever currency pair I want, and go to Chart Window, and that's going to pop up down here, and that's in my chart window. Okay, so once we're down here, whatever currency you have clicked on, like that, whatever currency you've clicked on, once you click on that, you can see that the tab is highlighted. You can now go from time frame to time frame on that currency pair, right? So this is going to be showing me various time frames on whatever currency I have selected. There we go. Okay, so that's how we kind of get around there. Now, of course, we're going to have a specific video on how to put on a trade, and that's going to be under this New Order button. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But this is where we find our trades, is under that New Order button. But I just wanted to kind of familiarize you with this platform. It's really pretty easy to use. It's a great platform. It's been around for a lot of years. They haven't changed the look of it much, but it's because it works well. It does a lot of automated trading, which a lot of platforms do not. And so this is really great for that. So this is a great platform for all of those things that we need. And that's a little bit of a look of where some of those main and basic buttons are. Okay, so that's a little look at Metatrader, how it's set up, how it's running, and so on. Let's get into some specific videos on how to do various things on Metatrader, and those will be coming up soon. Thanks, everybody, and good luck.